take time to get in touch with the divine. Okay, guys. So, part two, I'm not exactly sure why that shut off, but it did somehow. It did somehow. So, just make sure I have volume. Yes, number one. Number two. We have visual. Number three, water. Okay, you guys may notice you've been super thirsty, maybe super hungry. Maybe you're just like wanting more and more and more and more rest, or more food, or more water. Like for me, I know it's more juice, like more fruit and more juice. Hi, hello. And you just have to, you got to understand, if you guys watched the light, the rainbow light thing yesterday, like this is what I'm talking about, right? Our bodies are getting these upgrades for the ones of us that have actually like tuned in and have like actually done the work, are getting these upgrades. Now if we're like electromagnetic, some of us need more salt, some of us need less salt. If you're feeling a little too acidic, maybe a little bit of baking soda. For me, I need like endless amounts of water. When you hear me start to go, I was watching a video somebody sent me, watching something, and I heard this, and I'm like, that's me being thirsty. Um, so yeah, drink a lot of water, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, we'll listen to Tibetan sounds. We'll listen to Tibetan sounds. I forget if I put like somebody well known artist or like classical music or whatever, then they flag my video and they try to take it down, fuckers. So that's why I've just been playing a lot of the same like Halloween music. It's like spooky retro music, vintage music. Drink more water. So what we were coming in yesterday was the soulmates. Okay, there was something at the end of the read that they don't. Okay, this one is two different people. Now, you guys, a soulmate. Now, a karmic is also a soulmate. Just so you guys understand, there's different types of soulmate. There's different types of soulmate and soul family. Okay, there's different types. Sorry, it's sending me messages. I don't know what that means. So there is different types, and you have different purposes. Sometimes you guys can fulfill contracts and come into another contract or another purpose. Sometimes you can just sign off of contracts and be like, you know what, I completed my end, you didn't complete your end, and that is what it is, right? Like free will. That's a thing. So anyways, let's move on to, you guys, we got cut off, and I had some interesting downloads. Last night, and what it was saying is that a lot of the divine collective, right? A lot of the twin flame collective, especially, is in this space. I'm gonna put all these back. Is in this space where, some of you guys are about to come into union, or coming into union, something like this, right? Some of you guys are just like moving the last disruption or the last thing out of the way. Others might be a while, right? The situation is the download that I got was, the more that you focus on the lack of something, right? Like as if you're worried or you're waiting, right? Like, we don't chase, we attract. Now, if you're divine masculine, then like, yeah, you gotta go chase a little bit. You know, you gotta put in the effort, right? If you want that. If you want that, you gotta provide that safety and stop being so in your ego and stingy about it, masculine. Yeah, you can't be indecisive. You gotta make the decision. You gotta put in the work and the effort and show that you're willing to put in the work and the effort. However, the situation at hand is like, what they told me is that when you know, you know, like if you know, you know. Does that make sense? Like if you know, you know. So if you know, you know, and if you know, you know. And I'm not special today. I've been resting so much, you guys. I've been resting so much. And you get the same dress again because it's really hot here today. There must be rain that's coming soon. It's all I can think of is like this tropical rainstorm is about to come in. So I'm wearing this little piece of silk material because it is organic. So it prevents sweating. That's when you know like the wet season or like the sticky storm is gonna come, right? When you start sweating so organic materials. That's why everything that you see me wear is organic materials, because I live in subtropic climate. So it's kind of a big deal. So let's see what it says here for the twin flames. Oh, I think the rest of the message was on the cards before I shuffled them. Shit. Okay. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Yeah. So if you keep being set on needing to know, then that's like being in the masculine state of control. That's attempting to control the outcome, unless you're actually masculine, knowing that they're going to do something at a certain time, or just deciding that they're going to do something. Then I guess you're going to know when you're doing it. I don't know. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. So again, for many of you, there is still different options, right? I know you guys don't like to hear this, but it's what it is, okay? One is working at divine timing, so they may be blocked. So part of the block may be like that they have to, sometimes it's that they have to see you with somebody else, or they have to get to a point of being maybe triggered or just, okay, so what I'm seeing here is the golden mirror. Self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationships, love bombing, okay? So for some of you guys, this can be the situation that you're dealing with, okay? And you have to know that not everyone that you cross paths with, not everyone, like everyone is a mirror to yourself. But at some point when you notice the patterns or you recognize this, right? You realize that this person is more concerned with their image than your well-being, right? Than your feelings, than your whatever, then that creates a little bit of a problem, right? The sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. Okay? So cutting off things that are maybe overgrown or that aren't growing correctly, right? Kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. And soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Okay, interesting. So what I'm actually getting from this, you guys, is that for some of you, okay, I'm still seeing multiple masculines, okay? For some, it can be multiple feminines as well. Like, take it as it resonates, leave it as it doesn't, okay? For some, the narcissist is working on their bringing clarity or truth, right? They're actually here working on their thing, and they're saying, hey, like, just wait, because I promise whatever. Now, feminine is like, listen, like, I will see and believe it when I see it and believe it. At this point, like, I'm going to have to drop into masculine state to accept this anymore, right? Like, that's where feminine, I feel like, is at. She's just like, I'm going to keep an open mind, right? I'm going to keep things open, right? I'm going to understand that if I have the right intention, right? If I have the right intention and I'm not in a rush, but I know that I'm moving, I'm pacing myself, doing what I need to do, right? With the pace of creation itself is kind of like the vibe that I get. Now this is 12:22. Now this is when I was trying to start the video, which I thought was interesting. So, yeah, slow and steady. Sometimes our intention, right? Our intention has to grow. Our point has to grow. Maybe maybe somebody is just moving slower. And maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe they just are. For some, they're going to come in. It may be somebody. So for some, while you maybe are or aren't waiting, worth waiting for, okay? For this other person, for this other divine masculine, you need to keep an open mind and an open heart, okay? And this is where a soulmate can enter, soul connection, partnership agreement, or soul contract. Now, divine masculine isn't going to like to hear this, but this may be the thing. If he hasn't actually done anything, this may be the thing. Like I was channeling before, I'm sensing some type of jealousy or something. This may be the thing that actually like kicks it into gear. It may be the thing that wakes him up. Yeah. Miraculous aid. The winged wise one, angelic help, miraculous aid. So maybe they've been moving slow and steady, and now they realize, like, man, I need help. Maybe they need some assistance, right? Maybe they don't know. So for a lot of them, what the masculine has been fighting with is not believing that they're worthy, okay? Not for you, orphaned. And feeling like maybe because in the past people have left them or abandoned them, made them feel orphaned, have promised them things and then left them. You know, this can be very traumatic, but this is past stuff, right? And they know that's something that they've needed to work on. And they also want to, okay, for some, they want to change this for you, okay? They don't see anything else. They don't want to play games. They don't see anything else. They don't want to be by themselves. They don't want you to be by themselves. They know, okay? This is, again, where I'm telling you, when you have this divine connection, deep knowing, you feel it. You feel it. You can't deny it. Yeah, it's like a never-ending story. It's something that you felt over and over and over again. And it doesn't matter where you go, who you're with, whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter. You're like, it doesn't matter. I can try to build things and co-create and do these things with everybody, but it's just more work. Like, it's work, right? It's not joy. I should be experiencing this joy and this love, these building blocks and this co-creation, right? Being able to build this with this other person in a more of a state of reciprocity, right? Some of them also have had a problem, yeah, because when it comes to committing, this is also the death of their options, right? The death of you know, them being whoever they are or being on this state, going back to this state. Also, they want this to be the end. Like, it's not an option. Okay, for many of them, they see you as the mother of their children. They want to, they want a rebirth with you. They want to birth children with you. They see this as some much higher level galactic thing, like it was never really even an option. See how the stars are like in her? It's like it was never even an option, right? We have the Temperance in reverse and Hangman in reverse. Okay, it's like it's been stagnant. It's been stagnant for too long. It's been inactionary for too long. This is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you're almost at a stalemate and inaction. The Two of Cups, the Two of Coins, the Two of Cups, the Two of Coins, the Lovers. Okay, so you want to find this emotional balance between you guys. You both have this love. One feels imbalanced. One feels imbalanced. Yeah. Scared the crap out of them. They don't know how to make... Okay, so I'm seeing... Is this supposed to be in reverse? The World in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay? So... Okay, so let's move this up and see what's going on here. Because I want to know what those are, too. So what is this Hangman? Hangman in reverse. It means, you know, what is this? Hangman, Temperance, Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, maybe you've decided to make action. Okay? Two of Cups. What are you holding on for? Message or contact or email. From a secret admirer. What is this? Queen of Wands. Oh. Okay, so for many, because the Hangman is upside down and the Temperance is upside down and the Knight of Swords is upside down. Okay, for many, they're having a hard time because they don't know how to work this. They don't know how to work something out. What they don't know how to work out is how to hide this other person. This other person that they were with, this other person that they had love for, but they're not really in love with them. Maybe they shared some passion with them, but they don't want to quite let it out or be honest about it. It's not like it's over, but it's not over because the Death is in reverse. They walked away from it. Okay, but what I'm getting is there's still something... They're still causing problems. Okay, they're still causing problems. They're still causing like a psychosis, like nightmare. Like they're still causing deception. Okay, has masculine got out of that? Okay, he knows it's not in his head. He is afraid because he hasn't taken action. That feminine, I have the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords. That feminine is going to choose something else. She's just... So that's where... Because he hasn't taken the action. Because he's still hiding something. Because he doesn't want to come... He doesn't want to come still with this problem. Because he knows that... he knows that'll be, as long as there's another option, he knows that's a no-go. He knows that she will kick him out. Foolish move. No third-party situation. No option, like no other options, right? That's not an emperor move. Yeah, that's a fuckboy. That's a King of Wands move. Tell us about... This is definitely soul family, soulmate, twin flame, right? Definitely past life. Definitely you guys have known each other. Have they known each other in this life? Some of you guys, you could have met this person. You could not have been in the right balance or frequency. For some, you guys could have met this person and the union maybe didn't work out somehow. Maybe there wasn't enough passion. Maybe your passion was more for money or for something or somebody else. You weren't balanced enough. Neither of you guys were balanced enough. Okay, so tell me about this world in reverse. What is this world in reverse? Four of Pentacles in reverse, Fool in reverse. Interesting. Normally I don't. Ace of Swords in reverse, Justice. And this is on top of another Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so... Okay, they were basically doing something. They were trying to protect themselves or somebody else. It was a foolish, very, very foolish move, very foolish mistake or action, which is now costing them or other people. Probably either maybe friendship, maybe a home, maybe a lawsuit, maybe jail, something kind of intense, okay? And they were trying to put it off on somebody or something else. They were trying to put it off on feminine. Okay. Maybe, I don't think masculine was trying to do that. I think that they were trying to, maybe cloud his perception of where the abundance was and keep him in this, you have many options, but it was keeping him not in this happy state, keeping more and more things collapsing, right? Now, this isn't always bad, right? The Tower isn't always bad. It means that there's things that have to kind of fall to the wayside, right? So maybe just thinking you had all these other options or thinking that other options were bringing you happiness, right? This, again, the King of Wands energy, this fuckboy in and out energy, it is not Emperor energy. So maybe they had to do that. Maybe there was actually like a payout. Is actually what I'm getting. There might have been a lawsuit or a settlement, or for some of you guys, I feel like it's more like something like that as far as the masculine is concerned. The feminine, I was getting more of a there's like a family thing. There was something, yeah, something with the will, something that a mother or a grandmother had something involvement in, and they took this opportunity. They made the collective miss the opportunity. Okay. And the collective's just been on this long healing journey with no help, no support, nothing. Just people just dead to them, and hiding all of these secrets and deceptions, and not even offering them, the bare minimum, making them work, while they were basically, while they were using the money, okay, for many things, yeah. And now there's a higher divine judgment that's coming into play. Now, for many, there may be, so I was getting a channel before that there may be like a lot of money, like a will or something, right? And I was getting a very specific, Queen of Cups, a very specific download about the timing, the reason why the timing of the masculine and feminine coming together was so pertinent is because there's a certain time frame, right? Because there's something about something that was written in the paperwork and the will and the thing in order to get the money for the home, for the wedding, for all of these things that was left. There's like a certain time, right? Like feminine had to have it done by the time she turns, boom, by this birthday. Capito? And so basically, if that happens, then wish fulfillment, right? Then all of the money and everything has to be refiltered. If it doesn't happen, this is what they've been doing spell work, and this is what they've been trying to delay and confuse and hold up masculine and feminine from actually coming together. Like, oh, don't worry, just give more time. They need more time. No, that is inaccurate. They're trying to take the time because that means they will have to pay back everything. And it's quite a bit. There's quite a bit riding on it. Yeah, they've been hiding it for a while. It will mean that they probably have to move or lose their house. They thought that they were playing it smart, but I think that they got another thing coming. Okay? So, yeah. And there's like a whole bunch of family members or people that are in on it. They are in on it trying to be like, yeah, you're great, single, you're great, like this. You're healthy, you're moving forward, you're amazing. You don't need somebody else. You don't need that. You can create the stability yourself. No. What you need to do is go in and take action and say to the feminine, no more third parties, equal reciprocity, I don't want it, no more abandonment. Let's figure out how to work together. Right? We're not going to do this. We're not going to follow these other people, this other passions. We're not going to fall off the course, right? No more sneaking, no more hiding, no more lying. We're going to find out where the false love has been. Now, it may cause some upheaval or a fight, but this is all a mental construct, guys. Because the Empress, again, she's birthing all of creation, right? So she's like more powerful than the magician because she has the ability to gestate. She's already been like impregnated, right? She's now growing. She's, nurturing. So yeah. These people are going to go down. But this is a timing thing. For some of you guys, that may mean something, okay? Yeah, I very strongly feel it because otherwise I think that's what's going on. Also, for the feminine, it's like she has to make a decision, right? Because it's like, it's about like an ancestral loop of karma. They've been doing it for a long, long, long time and taking it. And something about family members doing some type of magic, family members or friends doing some type of magic, trying to take your knowledge or your power that was given, this outer worldly power, and they are trying to retake it for themselves, to block this love, to block the love from coming through. And they feel like they've won. Okay, they feel like they've won because you guys aren't together. You haven't, because masculine hasn't made that leap of faith. He hasn't taken the action. So there's a lot that, like, they can't celebrate. This is how masculine makes the reciprocity come into it. Now, for some of you guys, I'm sensing two things, okay? For some, there's two very strong masculine energies. One, they've been planting, they have a lot of money, they're working, they're doing a lot of things. The other one may come in needing saying, actually, I don't have everything what I thought, and I've been trying to get what I need, and maybe it's not working. For some of you guys, there is very strong energy that the work or the money, right, the things that come in physical form that have been held up, right, come out, like when you express, when you stop hiding your feelings and your emotions, your obsession, and you make a decision and you say, listen, I want to commit. Look at that. From single to justice. I want to commit. I'm going to make whatever action I have to do. She's going to know. She's going to judge you for whatever. She can see through it. Okay? And if that means she tells you no, then she tells you no. Because I see the 8 of Cups. That means she tells you walk away. If that means she tells you you move or you leave or you whatever, then that's what it means also. But yeah, for some of you guys, I feel like there's a block. There's a block in the flow of emotional contentment and financial. Yeah, it's out of balance. It's out of balance. And the reason why is because you haven't stood up as the emperor. You haven't created the structure or foundation. Yeah. So then we have death, King of Cups, the moon, the 3 of, yeah, so it's like, so instead, we're not moving forward, we're not rebirthing, right? Death in reverse, King of Cups, still hiding the emotions, the moon, secrets, lies, deceptions, illusionary, right? 3 of Wands in reverse. So it's like there's nothing to wait for. For some of you masculines, you may have decided, fuck it, I'm just go for it. I don't want to do the work. Many did decide that, and that is why they have a soulmate coming in. Now again, there's 2 different soulmates, feminine, that I saw. If you didn't see, check the reading from yesterday. It's 2 different soulmates, right? It's like a duel, right? The dragon's duel. So there will be one, and you're going to know, your nervous system is going to know, your body's going to know the one that feels safe versus the one that feels exacerbating, like too much work. You're going to know the difference. You're going to know. You're going to know. You're going to know. Hopefully, if you're listening to your intuition and you're clean and clear, you know how to make the right judgment and who's walking away. Who's walking away with a brand new car? Who's walking away not draining you, right? Who's walking away? Who doesn't get the Empress? And who's ready to come in to build something with reciprocity? Not be the victim, not complain about their family or anything else. Just say, I'm ready to do this with you. With you. I've made my decision. Okay. Okay, guys. So for some of you, okay. For many of you, you guys, you got to do something, okay? Otherwise, the only way that anybody can feel is not that you're healing, just that they missed the opportunity. No messages, no whatever. They're not going to keep working and waiting, and they're not, okay? Just not gonna happen. New path. Yeah. So guys, can you tell us about this Ace of Swords in reverse? We got this twice. Yeah, she's gonna know if you're lying. She's gonna know. She's gonna know if the Page of Wands. She's gonna know if you're being honest, right? She's gonna know if you have love for her, if you have passion for her, if this cup of love, if this honesty is really, if you have the ability to be victorious in this love together, right? She's gonna know by the amount of love that you share, by the amount of passion that you share, right? Don't lie. Don't lie. That will inevitably make it so your paths are not moving the same direction together. Okay? And bring something. Bring an offering. That's what makes her happy. And maybe wait a little bit. Maybe wait a little bit before you cry about whatever happened of the other one, right? Let go of that. Let go of that. That's a mental construct. Okay? That's what people are trying to do, is keep you in this sad boy or sad girl state. When you can be in the sun state and you can be present with the person that you do love, and all of that other stuff, all of the other hurt and pain and all of that will dissolve. They're telling me it will just be eliminated. It will just dissolve. It will melt away. Okay? Yeah. It will melt away. It will charge you. It will give you the strength needed, the dream. You don't even have to, you won't even have to work to do it. You won't have to defend anything. You won't have to worry about being seen or what you're sharing. You may not even have to express a lot of it. Some of the messages may just come through naturally, telepathically, okay? You know what opportunity is yours if you've missed it or not. You know that you're in a healed enough state to move forward, right? And you already know what you want, right? You already know. There's no decision that needs to be, you've already made your decision, right? For some of you guys, you can be getting a ring, okay? You know that you don't want this other thing. You're not going to hold on to that. The only thing that you want to hold on to is staying happy with this person, because you know that this person is the one you can trust. You've had too many people do too many things, and you don't want to be in that state anymore. You want to be in this safe place with this person. And you're willing to say or apologize, to speak your truth. You don't want to dream anymore about it. You want it to be reality. You don't want to think about them with anybody else. That's like a nightmare, okay? It throws you off, throws you out of balance, okay? And you don't want to fight with anybody. You want, you want to be able to say, this is the past. That's what happened, okay? They're lovers, they're from the past, but they're not my lover anymore, okay? We've been waiting for this time to come together forever. We have nothing to hide. We have no secrets, no lies. Let's make this leap together. And maybe with the Justice in reverse, for some of you guys, it may be like, let's allow this to grow, is what I'm hearing. For some of you guys, it's like, yes, they want to make a proposal in love. I'm seeing this. They want to make a proposal in love. See these two rings at the top? With 9, okay? But they don't want it to become something that's too intense. They don't want to think, like they don't want it to be stressful. They don't want to, whatever, okay? So for some of you guys, this could mean you're eloping, and it may mean that you may deal with a bigger wedding or something else later on, right? But they want to make this commitment to you. They're not willing to give you up. They want to make some type of commitment to you, because they don't want to come in and seem like a fuckboy. Like they don't want to wait for longer to claim you. That's what I'm getting, to claim you. That's not very nice. You can't own people. But they're like, no, you're my wish, you're my dream, right? I'm not going to hide that anymore. I want to be able to tell everybody that. I don't care anymore if it hurts people's feelings. I don't care how other people how other people's opinions may say. I don't care if it means people do or don't want to work with me. I don't care, actually. All I care about is connecting. And whatever I have to do, whoever I have to fight, whoever's heart I have to break, whatever I have to end in order for this to happen, they're ready. All right, masculine. Damn, charging forward. Now, always remember that take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know, this can be different for different people at different times. Like, this is relevant for whoever's tuning in to my stuff, you know. This is relevant for the collective that follows my channel or my feed, because your energies are coming through to it. So, definitely, it's time to take some action, and you don't have to let all of your emotions out all at once, but you need to, little at a time, and you'll be victorious, masculine. Look at that. You'll be victorious. Nothing to worry about. You just got to offer this cup of love. Offer this cup of love. Walk away from the busters. Take a leap of faith. Go towards what you want. Go towards what your real passion is. The High Priestess, the feminine, right? And tell her, for some of you guys, they don't want to be a lover, okay? They want to lock it in. They want to provide this for you, okay? Yeah. They don't want to be hidden. They don't want to be secret lover. They don't want to be that. They want to be known or be not. That's what I'm getting. Okay? If they can't, for some, you have the energy of, if they can't be with you, right? If they still want to help you. They still want to help you. They still want to protect you. They still want to do this. But they may not want people to know or see who it is. Like something like this. You're going to have to make that choice. For some of them, it can do with people that are rather emotional that they work with. Okay? They may be having to end certain businesses. Yeah. Certain businesses or contracts that they've been holding on to, yeah, are definitely coming to an end. Maybe from other soul. I mean, it says no. It says these are people that are wishing bad upon you, and you got to know. You got to know they weren't trying to reciprocity. They've already taken more than what you think you might be taking from them. That's a very specific message. Everybody's already gotten their just amount. The only thing you need to have strength in is cutting some motherfuckers off. No. If you know that there's work that you have to put in, if there's effort that you owe or things that you have to do, then like, yeah, you got to pay that back for sure. You know, you got to figure that out. You got to do the work if that's what it is. But for most of you guys, if there is a business deal or contract or something like that, yeah, someone paid more, someone did more work. And there is going to be a happy outcome. Okay? Just don't let it take your head. And know that there has been some people that have been hiding the truth, you know, like, it's like so many people gave me so much bullshit. You know, why are you doing this and all? You put yourself in this bad situation. No, I did not, dude. I did not. I literally paid over like 70-something% of rent for a house in a year. And I have not even been here, just almost 5 months. At the end of this month, have been here for 5 months. And I paid like 74% of the entire rent for the entire house of the entire year. So, no, I don't feel bad. This person can keep paying the rent because they're not paying my rent. They're paying their portion of the rent that they never paid. Okay? You're not even paying a fucking third of the rent. Like, you're paying literally like a little bit, like not even like a quarter, just more than a quarter. You occupied the space like this whole fucking time mostly. Since the last like what, 3.5 months? 4 months? like my fucking house, bro. Yeah. Later, but you still owe me. You still pay because I've already paid my dues. So if you paid your dues, then you already know you paid your dues, and you don't have to let stress yourself out about shit that you don't need to repay. You know, you need to figure it out, and there will be certain things will come to an end, and there will be legalities. But the collective that hasn't done anything wrong is going to be fine. Something's going to present itself because I don't feel sorry. I think that they want to fuck you up. This is how I feel too. Like, he was intentionally, like, that was his purposeful action, is that I don't get this new path, I don't start, I don't have a happy family, I don't get any love, anything. Just fucking bring me all down. So I'm just not going to let it happen, right? I'm not going to entertain it. It doesn't even exist in my reality. I'll stay in my little fairy world. Where's my fucking crown? That's what I feel about that, guys. So anyways, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. If you like what I do here and you want to support and show me some love, go ahead and go down to my Give-Send-Go or my PayPal, the information. If you want to schedule a personal or private reading or energy session or work with me, also that's available. Email me at DivinityWithinThee@gmail.com. I never solicit anything out. You have to schedule with me directly, and you will know it's from me. I don't send messages out. So, yeah. So big message from the Divine Flame, Twin Flame, from the Divine Collective is hold the knowing in your heart. Hold the knowing in your heart. If you're masculine, then you have to make moves, right? Do it. But hold that love, hold that unapologetic love that's like, yes, I know this, and I don't care what somebody judges, and I don't care whatever. I don't care how it sounds. Because when you know, it feels like, yeah, it feels like a soft, gentle breeze. You're just like, oh, like, it feels soft and familiar and light. It's only the mental mind or the construct that makes it feel overwhelming, because it's like when you have that person, it's like love at first sight. You know, it's like you're like, how do you say it? Speechless, right? At a loss for words. Like, what do you say? What do you do? Like, that's why I just hug it out, guys. If you don't know, and if you come to that space and you're at a loss, just to be like, put your arms out. Like, can we hug? Can I have a hug? I would love a hug. I mean, that's actually on a real note. Yes, I would really love a hug. Like, that's what I miss. Like, human, like real hugs, right? Like, not people that are like trying to give you a bootleg ass hug. Like, oh, here, half hug. Like, good to see you. That shit don't do it for me. Look, I need more water. Look, I can check myself. See? You guys can tell me when I do it, then tell me I'm just dehydrated. Where's my rescue? I wanted to take a nice drive, like up to where there's like some nice, I want to go where there's cold water. Maybe the ocean is like kind of warm here right now. Some cold water. Gonna go take a cold shower. For some of you guys, you may have been feeling a lot of really intense energies. I know there's been a lot of passion that's been feeling like through the Divine Collective as well. I've been feeling it super. I've been just taking a lot of showers and baths, kind of like trying to calm down the emotional energy. But the thing is, guys, if you're feeling this, then your twin is also feeling the same thing. So if you're feeling missing them, then they're missing you. If you're feeling passionate towards them or horny or whatever, like, they're also experiencing the same thing, right? So at least, like, I don't know, guys. It's just all this Mars and Scorpio energy too. This is super like super sexy, super horny energy. Like, if you're not in the vicinity, maybe try to do a nice video chat or something, guys, because this is for me, I just decided I wasn't even like, I just took a shower and went to sleep last night. I decided I'm not even gonna try to go out. I'm not like, I have so much Scorpio in my chart. Just feel so overly sexually charged that I'm just like, you know what, I don't really know that I want to go out, because I'm just going to end up maybe doing something foolish. Yeah. So, but I don't know that I can maintain that forever. I'll do my best. I'm doing my best. But I just feel like, no, feminine's like, the queen needs to be serviced. Make it happen. Make it happen for the captains out there. Let's go. All right, guys. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Zoe out. Ciao for meow. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me some love. Reciprocity, beaches.